Donald Trump, President of the United States of America, leader of the free world, opposer of green energy. Nuclear power. Words often connected to horrible incidents such as Chernobyl, Fukushima, and Hiroshima. What if we instead list down the good this energy can provide? As of now, nuclear power is the only green energy source which provides sufficient amounts of energy to completely eradicate the need for fossil fuels. But why is nuclear power such a good source of green energy? Well, for example, if we were to run a coal power plant that's 1 gigawatt for an entire day, it will require about 9,000 tons of fossil fuel. But if we were to generate the equivalent amount of energy using a nuclear power plant, we would only need 3 kilograms of uranium. But what is the energy usage of a typical American state? We've looked at the energy consumption of one of the biggest states, Massachusetts. Massachusetts, one of the most densely populated states in the nation, has a variety of renewable energy resources, but no fossil fuel reserves. In proportion to its population, the state consumes nearly half of the natural gas used in New England. Half of the households in Massachusetts rely on natural gas as their primary energy source for home heating. Because of the difference in cost between natural gas and oil, many households switched to natural gas in the past decade. But how does it influence the citizens of America when scientists are saying that green energy is proven to solve the environmental problems, but the President of the United States says something else entirely? We've spoken to the local population of Boston and a group of students from Harvard University to find out which two media platforms they get their news from primarily. From our research, we found out that 64% of Harvard students use CNN as their primary news outlet, while many of the people we asked on the street receive their news through Facebook. Posts on Facebook tend to be biased, therefore they can come off as very anti-nuclear at times. But in reality, how dangerous is nuclear power actually in comparison to fossil fuels?
It's clearly a risk and, not anything to take lightly. But that being said, I think the risks associated with a traumatic event like that are kind of pale in comparison to a lot of the risks that we see from the fossil fuel industry. They're just a lot, nuclear just kind of has that, it's a buzzword, it's, people freak out when it happens because it is concentrated, as opposed to the, millions of people that die every year as, from the externalities of the fossil fuel industry. So, yeah.
This world is full of fake news. Many may believe that nuclear power is so dangerous that it should not be allowed, but we found out that the pros outweigh the risks. If our research has shown us anything, it is that you cannot trust everything you hear. And dear viewer, bear this in mind. If you choose to blindly trust us, how can you be so sure that we aren't spreading fake news as well? What would make Americans change their attitude towards nuclear power?